Hey guys, what is good? This is my tips and tricks to become a better multiplayer player in Call of Duty Cold War. As you can see here, it's going to be a lot of videos going on, a lot of stuff explaining certain things. Right here is like, does your aim ever just feel a little bit off? As you can see this video, some of it felt a little bit off when I was like, so what I do is I always go to the bots area, the custom games that make a game against bots. And what I do is I put it on of course, the hardest difficulty, and I put it on kind of an objective based um, uh, mode. It's what I like to do, and I just put it on there. And one of the first things I like to do actually is mess with the settings once I get on there. Um, as you're going to see through this video, I actually like to turn the aim assist off. Is the first thing I do to always try and help my aim when it's kind of like shitty that day, when I find it to be kind of off. Um, First thing I do is just turn the aim assist thing off. So I'm just basically mouse and keys with two thumbs, basically. Um, it's funny, like I hear these guys complain with the mouse and keys stuff about aim assist and all that. Yeah, dude, like it's not that good. Um, Especially in this game, aim assist, they've buffed aim assist so much. Like it almost messes you up now. Like it slows down so much near the people that you're gonna miss a few shots using the aim assist thing instead of just lasering right on somebody. It seems like I've actually preferred now here and there playing online without the aim assist. As you can watch in this video, I'm going to be watching and talking about this stuff as we're going through it. This is a great way. I like to start off with a gun that's kind of very versatile, like the QBZ or the Groza, where you could basically use it as an SMG or an assault rifle. It's got good range, it's got good firepower, it's got good fast movement, and that's basically how I work with. It's kind of a mid-range gun that helps you work on any kind of thing all at once. You know what I'm saying? Um, as you can see, I mean, the QBZ is almost an SMG in this game if you use it right. And as you can see here, prox mine placement. I saw that guy coming around the corner. I know he's going to come around the corner. Of course, these are bots. Um, that's one thing. You got to be very good about where you're putting your stuff. And we'll go through that later in the video about those things. But here are some of the settings. One, by the way, here's a pro tip. When you're strafing, to get better strafes, you want to set your max input values around 55 to 75. You don't want it to be in the 100. As you can see, of course, I use PS5 controller. Um, and the strafing is moving side to side, and you're going to see the differences here with the settings. Right here, it's at what 55. You're going to see how easy it is for me to strafe left to right while I'm shooting, which also helps your aim. If you start shooting, immediately you're going to know if you're off left or off right. Um, on top of that, so you can strafe to the opposite side of where you're off, which is a good way to start aiming. And right here, of course, the bullfrog, just an absolute laser on Cold War, man. On Warzone too. I mean, this gun is just—it's actually really fantastic. And finally, the bullfrog is finally got its due in a game. Um, you can see some of these videos, just lasers. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Feeling pretty good right there. Really snappy for not having an aim assist. You know what I'm saying? That's the other thing. Without the aim assist in this game, it allows you to be very snappy as well. Um, with the aim assist on, not so much because it slows down so much near a person that you're gonna notice here. Boom. Now I'm gonna adjust the settings to show you differences here. See how the movement there? It's pretty easy to go from side to side without much going on. And now if you go to the settings and adjust it, it's at what 56 right now. Now I'm going to crank it all the way up to 100. And now you're going to see how much my aim is off after I crank it off up to 100. Just a 50, 45 change. You're going to see how crazy my aim can be off here. Like it's off to the left quite a bit. You're gonna see it right here. Actually, see how that's way off to the left there? Just because I adjusted that just a little bit. I know this is where you get good at this game. This is where you take the time to fine tune your aim settings. Now, of course, with Season 5, they buffed the hell out of the aim settings. If you watch one of my latest Twitch Cold War multiplayer, you'll see how much they changed ADS settings for. You'll see how much they change it from one season to the other. It's a crazy amount of slowdown now. Here I actually think I messed with something else on the settings, but right there, boom, laser. You know what I'm saying? I missed a couple shots on that guy, but still, most players are not, they're not going to be able to react to that before they're dead. Laser. Look at that. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, two, you're going to see movement here, too, is key. Jumping around these corners, giving yourself the best opportunity to get the first few shots in. That is key to multiplayer. Now, this is where we're going to talk about field upgrades and where to put them. You always want to put them somewhere where they're really hard for people to see. Now, you see these areas right here? These are normally good areas for gas mines or claymores or even field mics. If there is an underdeck like there is here, I like to put the field mics hidden somewhere underneath. It actually gives you an extra layer of protection because, I mean, only the really good players go underneath a lot. As you can see, even in this video, I'm not even really going over that kind of stuff with you. But when it comes to hijack and stuff like that, if you have underneath sections, hi, my daughter. If you have underneath sections of the map, it's always good to use those. So many people don't use them. Or if there's really a lot, if you can get through a lot of the map upstairs as well, is another good way. But there you can see, I knew the guy's coming around the corner. Throw that prox mine right there, and boom. Movement. Now this is absolutely key. Movement and centering is key to being an elite level Call of Duty player. Again, remember there's no aim assist on here, so some of these shots and stuff are pretty bad, like right there. You can see how I'm jumping to all these spots or slide jumping, all these other different things. You want to master these things. They're so important to practice and master. To getting better at the game, breaking people's cameras, giving you the, centering right here, as you can see. Centering is really important with sniping and stuff like that, as you can see. Centering is just one of the most important things and the biggest thing I struggle with because I have ADHD and I kind of just start looking all over the map. Centering where you're going to start shooting before you go around is one of the biggest things to getting better at this game. And you're going to notice your movement will automatically get better with it. See, there's the good little centering shot. Centering right here, of course, comes big with sniping. I'm not good at sniping, multiplayer-wise, at all. Like, I mean, I was in Modern Warfare with the SBR, but who the fuck wasn't? I mean, let's see here. As you can see, there's centering, man. See how it's like, that's the centering area. And you just kind of wait for somebody to walk by, or just if you're able to snap right on them and boom, just like that. I'm not that great at centering. It's something I work on a lot, and I have to work on a lot. You can see, just missed a shot there, but that's two good centering shots. Here we go. We got the slide jump. Jumping into a slide is important. Now you're going to see you can do this through a window. See this? And it gives you insane speed coming out. Boom. You see that? Try hitting a target like that, dude. I'm telling you right there. It is so hard. What you want to do is try to master this. What you're going to do is jump, and right when you get near that ledge, you hit the slide button, and you'll slide through it. And then once you master being able to do that through any kind of window, then you're going to want to practice the firing part of it, because it's going to throw you off at first because you're moving so fast. Now, right here, I like to stay close to walls when it comes to movement, so I could hear people on the other side of the wall if I know somebody's coming. So if somebody's coming from the right, I have a blind angle on them. If someone's coming from the left, I already have it. See what I'm saying? So now, say if someone's coming from the right angle, I have the angle on. If someone's coming from the left, I can snap right on them, and then boom. You know, if they're coming from the right, they don't know where I'm coming, and boom, I just light them up right here with some bullets. They don't. But if they're coming out left, they're already cooked. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're really good at movement and I miss some shots. And part four here, this is where I start talking about using your streaks effectively. And here you go. Score streaks, more efficient, things like that. Your score streaks basically want to kind of be cohesive with each other when you're doing these. You don't want to have, you know, some random score streaks. Like say you have armor with tack chopper and um, you know, a gunship. They don't really work with each other. You want to have your score streaks be very cohesive with each other. It's like if you're gonna, a lot of people run care packages. If you're gonna run care packages, you want to have engineered your loadouts. Absolutely. Uh, you're probably gonna be running double perks. What I like to do is there's two different things. Um, right before I hit a care package, I'll switch to my engineer loadout. That way, if I go on a little streak and get it, I can then change it right there on the spot. I don't have to wait for myself to die to then throw out my care package and hopefully change it if it's something I don't like. Um, very high, overpowered style loadout here that really works well together is the UAV, um, War Machine, and a Harp. Because if you're doing it and right and your timing's right, once you turn on this harp and you're just start roasting people with your war machine, I always highly suggest don't use your war machine till you're about 2 or 3 kills away from your harp, and then start using it. And as soon as the harp's on, turn that on because you're you're probably gonna fry a bunch of people using the harp. I mean, you have to read the maps effectively, of course, and you have to read your harps effectively. Um, but you're definitely going to get another spy plane after a couple kills, and then normally if you're doing it right, if you play it right, you'll be able to get another war machine shortly after you run out of one. Um, which then, I mean, if you're good enough and the streaks, you get that war machine, you get another 6 7 kills with it. The harp should come back out. This is what you call a nuke streak. A lot of guys that run or that get nukes or whatnot tend to run this streak. Um, my favorite streak. I'm not really a guy who goes for nukes. My favorite streak combo, honestly, is the UAV, attack chopper, and strafe run. Um, now, I wish you could change your streaks mid game compared like if I'm in a lobby where I'm basically the only good guy on my team and there's 3 or 4 sweats on the other team, I wish I could switch air patrol on. I would definitely use a UAV counter UAV and air patrol at that point to just cancel out these other guys' streaks. Air patrol is great if you're a defensive kind of player slash camper kind of player. Um, but you want your streaks to work together. Like say you're going to use a flamethrower, you're probably going to want to use armor with it and a UAV so you know when people's coming. Um I always say if you're using the minigun or the hand cannon or whatnot, you want to have armor there in between. It gives you just a little bit more life. Especially the hand cannon. The hand cannon is a one shot, so you can miss your shots, and the armor actually helps protect you. Um, on the other hand, if I'm not trying to run this streak, if I'm kind of struggling for the day, I actually like to run the napalm and artillery strike with the UAV. This is what I'm talking about getting your streaks to work together with you. The UAV is going to help you know where to put a napalm or a artillery strike. Um, But you want your streaks to work together. The harp and the war machine work great together because you're knowing where the direction are coming and when there's going to be groups of people coming, and that's what the war machine is fantastic at is just clearing out a group of people all at once. Um, If you're kind of the sniper camper guys, the hand cannon, UAV, and air patrol is good. Just you want to make your streaks work with you and for you all at the same time. And especially in hardcore, you want your streaks to really work for you. Armor is crap on hardcore if you're a hardcore gamer. Um, a lot of these streaks can get team kills on hardcore, of course. Um, the attack helicopter is one that really doesn't. I really don't like to use anything other than a harp, UAV, and a sentry turret. But if you're going to run with sentry turrets, you have to have trophy systems. This is what I'm saying about certain streaks here. You have to have the perk to help that streak. You have to keep it copacetic. Um, engineer for care package, trophy systems for sentry turrets. Um, you're gonna probably want to wear flak jacket if you're wearing flamethrower, just in case you get hit yourself or whatnot. Out there just throwing a sentry turret and nothing's protecting it. You know what I'm saying? You might get a kill or two. Um, other guys that are watching this video um, have been playing the game and they're actually trying to make themselves better. And so if you are watching the video, I appreciate it. These are some tips and tricks. I'm trying to give you guys some tips and tricks that you haven't really heard other people talk about. Um, of course, some of them are just standard. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. But something like this is kind of, I feel like nobody really talks about. Um, it's always good to have UAVs and counter UAVs and harps. The more information you're able to get into your brain at once is always better. Um, and it actually helps with your game sense as well when you're not using them anymore. That's another thing a lot of people don't talk about is like how these streaks, how the harps can actually help you understand the spawns of that map that you're on a lot better. The more and more you get them on, say a map, say you're on Slums 24/7, and you throw up a harp, you're gonna start being able to understand the spawns even better, um, even when you don't have a harp. Like say you have a attack helicopter out and there's another attack helicopter out. Depending on whose attack helicopter came out first, it's more likely to bring down the other one. Um, but also, you could be running SAM turrets to knock things out of the air like these to be a more defensive player. Say you could run SAM turrets with your air patrol. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to help build your points up to an air patrol streak. And you can get 2 or 3 air patrols a game as long as you're getting 4,800 points in a game. Um, there's a lot of things you can combo up and work with each to your play style. Adapt your streaks, your field upgrades to your play style. We talked about field upgrade placement earlier. If you're kind of a run and gun player, you're going to want gas mines or prox mines or even field mics. Um, you're going to want those to get information of like when people are behind you or coming in front of you or to trap people from being able to get to you. Um, also, prox mines work if you're a sniper slash kind of camper kind of guy. Field mics are great for that as well. Um, you just want it all to be kind of cohesive. That's the biggest thing about this game is just try to make your streaks, your perks, and your field upgrades is cohesive to what you're trying to do in the game that day. If that makes any sense. I don't really hear anybody talk about that, and it actually helps improve your game. It actually makes the game easier for you. You know, why work harder when you can work smarter? Now, again, this is what you would call the nuke setup. You know, a harp, a war machine, and either a UAV or something, some other self-using weapon that can get you the kills to put towards the nuke. I love to use the harp together with the war machine. I don't like to use one without the other because, man, you can get a massive amount of kills all at once when you see a group of people locked up. Now, this is what I talk about making your streaks work for you and with you and to help you. Do you know what I'm saying? Because then they can bind into more streaks. You don't just want to be throwing out your streaks just randomly and things like that. See how I know all these people are coming around the corner because of the harp. Now, if I still had the war machine there, look, that would have been an easy two-piece with one shot instead of one wasting all those bullets and all that things. That's going to help you if you're trying being one of those nuke chasers. I've gotten a nuke once, man. I really don't care about getting another one. To me, it's not really, it's whatever. But still, again, see how one more shot left on the war machine here. The hope to get that, boom. But man, here you guys go. The rest is going to be gameplay
guys,
footage against people.
Again, that's all I got.
But you just
Hopefully
want to
you
make sure
enjoy
that everything
these
works
last
together. Your
few
streaks,
clips.
your
They're
perks,
actually from some
and
online
everything.
games.
And that's the
Just having a
best
little fun.
advice I can give. Here you go. Now, again, the rest of this is all against people actually online. So I hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you like the video. There's still more tips and tricks. This is just kind of a quick overview. And I'll go into another video about some more stuff I don't see people talk about. I don't really see people talk about Scorestreaks and stuff much. But just enjoy the rest of this. And if you guys would like to subscribe, please do. Like, share, follow. I would be appreciated. Thank you. And Scribs is out.
Contesting hard point.
Bro, what the fuck I got hit with, bro?
Now, as you'll see in this video here, actually, real quick, my aim is off a little bit, but my movement is so on point a lot of the times in this match that it helps correct the bad aiming at times. As you can see, that's one reason I love Kill Confirmed. I'm probably, I think, one of the best Kill Confirmed players on Cold War. The stats don't lie. It really lets you see avenues of where you're going when you start seeing the tags of your team, the other team, and whatnot. And it really helps with your movement and stuff. If you're trying to get better at movement and stuff like that, I really suggest just playing just Kill Confirmed. That's another quick tip. And man, again, thank you guys for checking us out, checking me out. Sorry, I'm used to saying that with the unintelligent graduates, but thank you for checking me out, and hopefully you enjoyed watching these guys get their butts kicked here with the local games. But yeah, this was fun. I mean, the Tech 9 is so overpowered right now. It's so fun to use. Hate it or love it, it's ruining the game, but it's fun until they nerf it. So hopefully you enjoyed, and for real this time, I'm out.